Buenos dias. Is Dino, Signor Dino V in España. My name is not Neil Aspinall. How are you? I stop with the accent now. Okay, adios, Signor Dino V, and hello, Dino. How are you doing today? Here I am in Madrid at the hotel after the first night concert where I've been to seen Paul McCartney on his first night in Madrid at the place I always forget called the Wiznik Centre. Awesome stadium, around I believe 15,000 it can hold. So this is the third night of the European tour. Already been to two in Paris and now in España, Madrid. So arrived from the UK by plane like you do, checked into the hotel. The hotel is brilliant. It's just around the corner from the centre, and we got there because we had the, I don't know, it's called early bird tickets, and it was very well organised. So we queued up outside. People went in for the sound check, and we were standing outside for a long time, way too long standing outside, but it wasn't too cold. Anyway, we got in. I left my wristband upstairs, so the wristband's upstairs. So we got in. It was chaos inside, not with fans, but just with what's it called? The organisation at the centre. You're told to stand here. No, here. We got moved around so many times. When we were standing there, me and my partner in crime, Andy, who won't do the video because he's dying. Well, not dying, but he's not well. Says me, Mr. Healthy. Anyway, I shouldn't have said that, taking the mickey of him. So we were standing in line, and there was only a few of us, about 30 or 40, with this, to get in early into the stadium and Pista B. The soundcheck people were already in, and when we were standing there, through the doors, we could hear songs. Various songs we can hear, and Andy goes to me, Dino, I think that's Paul singing, which obviously it was, but I said, yeah, but it's only a tape, it's music of Paul's songs. But we heard various songs, so we heard Lady Madonna, we heard New, and there were several others which I can't remember. Apparently in the sound check as well, we did Matchbox, and I think Coming Up, which I didn't hear. So basically, we were inside, and we were hearing the sound check, but we couldn't get into the sound check, and Paul sounded super fantastical. So anyway, what seemed like eternity, we got in. We were told not to run. Met Brian, Paul's main security man, said hello to him as I went in. He doesn't remember me, but I remember him from 20 years ago at the Colosseum and in Sweden, and I think it was Earl's Court, was it, at Wembley Arena? Anyway, so we got in, we were in Pista B, so at the front, you got all the people that watched the sound check, and then you got a barrier, and we were in Pista B, which is standing. First concert we'd stood at this gig. And being not exactly in our prime, I'm 25 now, and he's about 85, so there's a 60-year age difference-ish. I'm not very good at maths either. And so anyway, we did say when we was in Paris, the second show in Paris was amazing. I'm glad we're not standing. Andy's the unhealthy one, I'm the healthy one. This is Dino V dying in Madrid. I've got to make it tonight for the second gig. So we're standing against a barrier, and those that had these wristbands, which I left in the hotel room, went to the front of the barrier, but Pista A was in front with the sound check people. So 150 people already inside on the other side of the barrier. We were on the barrier, then you open the doors and people come flooding in, running, and they're pushing, so you put your arms out. They were quite rude, some of them. They wanted, and we were on the front row of Pista B, a barrier, dead centre. So I knew when Paul was going to come on, we were going to see him. In the hotel, when it went down in the lift, a young lady was there, chatting to her. She came over from South Korea. Yep, South Korea to see Paul. I think she said it was a holiday as well, but South Korea. So those people that say, oh, I don't want to get a train or a plane, oh, I don't want to go that far to see South Korea. When we were in France, a guy had travelled to Colombia from the UK. So you do or you don't you? You either go to the concerts or you don't. And I know loads of people say, oh, the tickets are too expensive. Well, my friends, this is my opinion. I think the box sets are too expensive. I can't remember how much the Beatles' US albums is. Is it £250? You get a ticket for that. What's more important, listening to Beatles songs recorded 60 years ago or seeing one of the Beatles in concert? I know what I choose. All got our own choices, left to our own devices and everything. So that's a Pet Shop Boys song. We do what we want. So we're standing there, the stadium arena's filling up. Get chatting to fellow fans like you do from all around the place. People with banners and flags. I'm not going to cut this, I'm just going to go straight for it. Excitement was building, it's the same amazing music being played, kind of got a DJ on stage doing his stuff. Excitement was mounting. People in the crowd go, ole, 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 ole. You must have heard it about 10 times through it, but they were ready. I saw some friends at the sound check, Bart and Cadien. I don't know if that's how you say the name. They'd been at the sound check and they come and spoke to me and said it was insane. There was a lot of trouble, a bit of fighting at the front between, I'm not going to say the nationality of the fans, but there was some fighting and trouble, and so they backed off a bit because they're in the sound check and they're at the front and they were still pushing. And this was when there was only 150 of them. Absolutely ridiculous. You can't take photos or record in the sound check. Outside, when we were waiting to go in, there was a sign on the floor. I think it said, "Paul, please sign my picture." So I guess when you go in the sound check, you can't take anything in to get signed. Anyway, excuse me, concert began with Can't Buy Me Love. So Paul on his first night had done Can't Buy Me Love. Second night in Paris, a hard day's night, and he opened again with Can't Buy Me Love. I'm not going to go on about the set list because it's virtually the same as the 2 Paris gigs, apart from he dropped Michelle and ole, 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 ole. Wow, those Spaniards like to dance and sing and party. They've got that Mediterranean blood and energy and passion running through them. It's infectious, nearly said infective. So that was amazing to see. Paul actually did it twice, once on the piano, the ole, ole, once on the guitar. Sorry, he's left-handed, isn't he? So that was brilliant to see. The crowd were even better than Paris. The sound was probably better than Paris. It's a smaller arena, I think around 15,000 compared to Paris, which is 40,000. So it was stunning. And as I say, we are older, and we like first 2 we'd sat down. Standing up is way better. We had people all around us getting emotional. The lady next to me, just there, who I did film talking about and everything, but she can't, she doesn't want you to put the video of her talking because some people take time off work and their bosses don't know. So I can't say what country she's from. Anyway, many people there had never seen Paul McCartney live. She'd never seen him live. She cried through Maybe I'm Amazed, now and then something. In fact, she was crying all the time. There's almost a pool of water on the floor. This is what it means to some people. This isn't just a guy on stage singing some good songs. This is the biggest pop star, musician, singer-songwriter legend in history, singing some of the greatest songs, which are people's soundtracks to their lives. There was a young girl behind us, probably the worst singer in the world, but you got to love her. She was only young, don't know how old, but she had a sign up saying, "Paul, you're going to make me miss 2 lessons." What did she say? Exams. You're going to make me miss 2 exams, which isn't true because, I mean, it was in the evening. Unless, I don't think I have exams in you. Anyway, she sang along to every single song. And I actually laughed at some points because she'd get the words wrong. But I'll be honest, I get the words wrong sometimes as well. But it obviously meant the world to her. She so emotional. She was only tiny, but I wasn't going to let anyone in front of me. So there's a massive cross-section of ages. Loads of people wearing T-shirts. And there's no doubt about it, if you can be standing, join in. People are dancing. I even enjoyed Obla Di Obla Da. It's official now. I like Obla Di Obla Da, which I didn't like much before. And as I say, the concert set list was kind of the same. For being towards the front, for the pyrotechnics of Live and Let Die, you smelt the smoke, you felt the heat, and even when it finished, the smell of that fireworks, bonfire night smell, absolutely stunning. The band were tight as, and you had the horn section again over to the left for Letting Go. Absolutely incredible. Such a passionate crowd, louder than Paris, which I didn't think would be possible. And I'm trying to think of other things. There were people walking around selling popcorn, drinks, so it was very well organised, lots of security as well, so you felt very safe, and it was really, really well organised once the concert started. And they had baguettes as well inside, and I think they were €8, and I was thinking, that's brilliant. And I'm just using the UK as an example. I bet if you had a baguette with ham, cheese or whatever, it cost a lot more than that. We didn't want to risk getting one when we were in the queue to go downstairs in case we lost our place in the queue, and we were numero unos, whatever it is. Anyway, this is Dino V in Madrid. Thanks for your likes, subscriptions, and hello to all you people. Spoke to so many people last night. People have flown in from like Lanzarote and various places and everything. And it's just amazing. Again, all these people are lovers of music coming together. Many people spoke to had never seen Paul before. There was a chap we spoke to at breakfast today. He's going to his first concert, see Paul with his daughter of 20 because he's trying to get her into the Beatles and wants to see Paul while he's still performing. So basically, go and see him, stand up, trying to think of other things, and just the cross-section of different people. Last night, when we come back after the concert, which was really late, and we sat up till the early hours, having a drink, not a healthy drink, just a couple of pints, because when we were at the concert we didn't have anything to drink, and the chap come along and goes, "Hey Dino, I know," that's a Portuguese accent, "Hey Dino, I want to thank you." And I thought, what's he want to thank me for? He goes, "I watch your YouTube video and you show the merchandise, I see this." Is that a Portuguese accent? And he'd bought lots of merchandise. He'd seen my video and he'd come along and bought, if you've seen the Venus and Mars coasters, and I think he got a t-shirt, no, program and poster. So yeah, I try and film different things. I don't film much of the concert. One annoying thing at the concert, which I might have said before, people aren't just videoing the concert, they're FaceTiming. So loads of people got their phones up showing their mums, dads, brothers or whatever the video, and you can see their face like that. I wouldn't do that with my mum or anyone, but that's the way of the world. So Paul McCartney got back 2024, second night in Madrid tonight. Looking forward to it. You may be aware that I'm still hopefully getting 3 tickets for the concert in Manchester on Saturday because of scammers, and I haven't got my tickets and paid a lot of money, blah blah blah. But that's not what this video is about. This is about being here in Madrid at going to the second Wiznik gig tonight. How can it top tonight? It's 11 got Wonderful Christmas Time, hoping for that. Hasn't happened yet, and he haven't add another song to the set list. So I'm going to say goodbye. Please comment if you went to it, what your thoughts are, if you're going to the UK, especially if you went to the Wiznik gig, what your thoughts were on it. Subscribe, please subscribe, it helps my channel, and I'll be posting more videos. So you got any ideas of videos? Oh, hang on, Santa's here. Oh, hang on, Santa's here. Oh, Santa.
Felix Navidad, Dino.
Oh,
just remember, you don't give to receive, but here are 3 gifts. I wrap with love. Happy Christmas.
Oh, it's such a wonderful Christmas time. What's this? It's
tickets.
It's tickets to see Coldplay. Got Coldplay tickets. I don't want the presents, Andy. So cheers, mate. Cheers. Donate them to children. Donate them to children. Anyway, this is Dino V and Andy saying ciao, adios from
Felix
España.
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. That's a terrible Christmas song, isn't it? Don't do that tonight, Paul. Adios from Dino V.